Hello everyone, I'm just setting up this thingy bobby here because this is my first time playing with some new software, so I'm just getting everything sorted right now. So I think I'm just streaming it to YouTube right now, but we can soon try and fix that. Just bear with, I should be ready in a few minutes. Hi everyone, hi Vicky, hi Deb. Just give me a few moments, I'm trying out some new software so that I can stream in two places, but because I'm a newbie to streaming in two places, I'm a little bit new to this, so I'm just setting everything up again, and then I'll go off and do some more homework, and hopefully next week when I go live we shall be in a better place. Okay, I'm hoping everyone can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh yes, I've got all the colours out. Let me know if you can hear. I can see comments. I just need to see if I'm live on Facebook. I don't think I am, but I'm going to have a look anyway. Oh, I am live on Facebook. Let's have a look. I've just got to test all of my streams here because I'm new to this. I've only ever streamed to one place, so we're going to try two today. And thank you. Yep, I'm live. Thank you, Debs. Hi, Anne. Vicky can hear me loud and clear, says Spider's Corner. And I'm on Facebook too, so it doesn't actually tell me here. Oh, I think it does actually. I'm just wondering, I have this new software that tells me, it bunches up all of my comments together. So I can see Facebook and YouTube in the same place. And I think it tells me here with a little icon where the comment has come from. So if you could please send me a comment if you're watching on Facebook. I'm going to see if that appears in my joint comments section. And I think I have a good... Right, are we all ready to start now? Everyone can hear me loud and clear. I'm broadcasting to two places and I'm just going to get on with this, and then I'll be able to do the analytics later on and work out really how to do this properly. It can't be rocket science. It can't be that difficult. So, yep, Deb's just received her albums. Right, so let's jump straight in. So I'm hoping you all paid attention to the recent launch over the weekend and Friday of the discbound album. So these are some brand new colours that we have to the fabric papers. Now I'm just going to move these up here so you can kind of just still see them, and we are going to have a quick look at all of the new colours. I have them here, but if you are just tuning in and you have no idea what these albums are all about, we have some new bindings that convert all of my albums into disc-bound albums, just like this one here. So let's have a quick flick through and then we can have a quick look at all of the new colours. Now I know the fabric papers have been very popular. They have sold out a few times and we've brought them back and they're still selling through, so I know you guys like them. So I'm going to be showing you some more ideas on what you can do with these, especially now we have new colours. So this is the medium album. I'm using the new cover and the disc bound edges here. Whoop, the spine come out of those little slots there. So this is the album. And on Friday we made the acetate cover, where you can have it as a page as well. And we have pockets, we have some new cards, and a new stamp and die set, which I actually have now. Here it is. Got a set there of 2 grids there, and we have pockets at the front. And so basically it converts the pages with these strips, these ones here, into disc bound. So you'll need some 24mm discs if you are using the cover. So these holes here require 24mm discs. If you are going to be using these albums without the cover, you can go for any size you want to. So I have here the large album with some larger discs. Now this one is a work in progress. That one is actually for my sister. Right, so let's have a quick look at the colours. And there is a chance for you to get one of these packs for free as well on one of our special offers. So I'll be going into more details on that as well. So, there's so many beautiful, lovely colours. We're going to be working on this colour today. And let's have a quick look. I've made all of these. These took a little bit of time to make, because there are a few extra steps. Because it's a fabric leathery, faux leathery type, I do treat it slightly different to cardstock. So here we have the belly band here. I've actually glued that on instead of it moving around. And then we have the pocket here. So if I take out, because you can take these out, so you can actually design this to be taken out so that you can actually hold this properly. The back cover slides in the pocket and slides in there, and then these come through those holes here. So there's a load of fun. You can make mini albums, planners. You know, I've even got some ordinary plain pages here that I've cut out, so they're single-sided, added onto the binding strips. So you can stamp on those and create diaries, planners, memory planners, add photos, make it as interactive as you want. So this one here is the yellow. This is pale yellow finish, and you get here 6 sheets. Now fabric paper, it is, let's get one of these out here. If you ever have a pair of designer jeans and it has that brown patch on the back of the pocket there with the company's logo on it, and it's been sewn on, it's been stamped on, and you can wash it, but it's not actually real leather, that is what this stuff is here. So you can do the same. You can wash it, you can sew it, you can stamp on it, you can run it through your embosser with an embossing folder. There are so many different things that you can do with it. So I have here a sheet that I have pre-washed. Now I've just put this in a sink of warm water and I've scrumpled it up and then spread it out again and left it out to dry. Now we do have some other colours available in metallics as well, but those will be on the Craft Stash website. And these are a lot of fun to do. So if you're feeling super duper lazy, you can pop this in the washing machine with your washing. However, I don't do that because my washing machine, it folds them up for me, so it comes out as a little square. I mean, why can't it do that with my actual clothes? I don't know, but when I put this in my machine, it folds them up into a square, and so I tend to just hand wash them now. So yeah, so that is my little story there. Why it can't do it for my clothes, I don't know, but anyways, this is now nice and dry, and I've die cut this out as well. I've die cut half of what we're making today, and we're going to be die cutting the rest of it. So I'm just gonna have a quick look at the comments. Hi Lynn, oh, I'm glad you could make it today. We're going to be making an album cover today with the faux leather fabric papers. Hi Christine, hi Gemma, how are you? Right, so let's carry on. Feel free to pop in any questions. If I do miss a question and it's gone further down, just pop it in again and I'll hopefully it'll catch my attention. Hi Robin. Oh, what's the weather like in Kansas? I love the weather. I'm always asking people what the weather's like, where it's from. Here it's dreary, misty, grey, not too cold. Hi Heather. Okay, so this is the pale yellow finish, and one day I will do a whole tutorial just me washing this stuff in a tub of water, just so you can see how easy it is. But just fill your sink with warm water, scrumple it up, spread it out again and leave it out to dry. So that is pale yellow. And then we have this beautiful blue, so you can actually cut down your album cover, there's instructions on the back there on what measurement you just need to trim it down to fit the small album. So this is the small album here, that will fit the small album. Let's grab that blue. Here it is, pale blue. And on the back of all of these, they are a craft, plain craft. So that is pale blue. This is a beautiful colour, and that's what we're working with today. This is the teal finish. I love this one. Again, it's all craft on the back, and then we have this lovely green. So all of these colours will work perfectly with the papers that I am using today, which is Moving Pages. That is also on the website. I haven't got a huge selection of 12 by 12 papers left under the Simply Made Crafts umbrella, so if you are looking for papers, just have a quick look and see if there's anything you might have missed. And this is the mint green finish, and we've got the pink here as well. I will, if there's time, I will play with this as well, make something else different with it. This is the pink finish. And again, you can get one of these packs for free if you buy one of the bundles, and I'll be working with one of the bundles today. This one is the black, and on the inside there is the craft. And then we have brown. Here we are, here is the brown, and it's got the craft on the other side. Right, so let's clear the decks. Any questions, let me know. If I miss your question, just write it again. Let's move all of these out of the way. I will keep this out as well. I want to kind of move this about into the different albums. Okay, yeah, some buffering badly. Let's have a look. Just to see if there's anyone actually watching. There's 10 people on Facebook. I may have to stop one of these streams due to the buffering on. Let me know on Facebook if, oh, I know Lynn might not be able to see comments on YouTube. I might just persevere through this. Oh, is it okay now, Lynn? Is it okay? Do let me know. This is my first time streaming to 2 places, so do let me know when and where a problem turns up, even if it's just little or just, you know, a little glitch. Yes, Vicky, the fabric paper is out now. It's under the Creative Craft Products brand. So okay, I'm just going to power through this. Okay, right, so let's do some die cutting first. So I have here my already prepped papers, and we're going to be working with the medium album bundle that comes with the binding strips. So in this bundle you get the strips, you get the medium album, and you also get the disc-bound album cover die set. So here are the strips. This is the medium album. With the medium album you also get the binding dies there to make up a proper book. So you have, if you get this bundle, you will have the 2 choices of books that you can make with this. And then these are the accessories that come with the medium album. And this one here is the cover. So we're going to be playing with that one first. Let's just grab my papers. Okay, I'm piling stuff up to the side of me now, so things could get a bit messy. Hoping there'll be no landslides. Okay, so these come in A4 sheets as well, so I am just going to run this through my big machine. As these dies are quite large, you will need a large format, so I'm just going to do another page, and I'm going to do a pocket for the back and then another bit of the belly band. There we go. And then what I've already cut out is one front cover, one spine there with the notches, and one belly band half. So let's run that through. I'm using my Go Power and Emboss, which is my everyday machine. And I think in the description box in YouTube, I have popped in all of the products I'm using today. So it's all there, including all of the fabric papers. So I've got my front cover here. And this, running it through, should flatten it out as well. So I'm trying my best here to be tidy. Hands up if you're not tidy. I'd love to know which ones of you are the really tidy ones and which ones make a big mess. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So, but I just get so into the crafting, I just lay stuff down just like that, and save these as well, all of these offcuts, because I do have something coming up later. I did drop it though down the side of my desk at the beginning of the video. I don't think I'll be able to retrieve it today, well, not whilst I'm live anyway. I made a little tassel. It went down the side of my desk. You know, when you just see it disappear and you're like, no. Anyways, I will fish that out later. I'm not going to be starting to pull stuff out whilst I'm live. So Karen's asking, she has the medium album, what binding set will fit? Okay, so let's have a quick look at the binding. The medium album comes with its own binding. Here we go, this is the medium album pages and the binding. It comes with its own binding, but to make it into a disc binding, you need to use the middle one here from the album disc binding die set. So I'm actually using the bundle, but as you already have the medium, you'll probably just need to get this set here, which is actually very affordable. Let's get a price. I think it's is it $17.99? Yes, it's $17.99. And this will work with the large and the small as well. So Lynn is mostly not tidy, but yeah, she doesn't have a lot of room. Same here, and goes onto the dining table. I've actually carved out a little bit of space on one side of my bedroom. That's exactly where I am now. I'm actually in my bedroom. This is where all of the Simply Made Craft stuff happens. Okay, so we're now going to be needing some red tape, and I have some here. There we go. This is the Craft Stash's own brand. You get the same amount that what you would normally get if you had one of the larger ones, except it's just on a smaller plastic inner. So you do get more or less the same amount. So I have here my 2 front covers, or back and front, 2 belly bands, spine piece with the notches, and a pocket for the back. And because this is a fabric paper, it's very thick, so what I like to do is just reinforce or re-put in some of the score lines that I'll be using. So either side of those 2 notches. I'm just going to quick, this isn't necessary. You can easily fold these over just like so, but just if you do have a little bit of trouble, just like that one there didn't want to bend, I can just pop that into my scoreboard and fold that, and that is it. Right, let's start off with the spine piece with the notches. So Robin's saying her craft space is always a disaster, and I have my pilot's license. That's a good one. I have piles of stuff on every flat surface. Yeah, I can do that too. I do pile things, but I've worked out that if I store things vertically, I can then pull things out easier without things falling over. But yes, a flat surface is so inviting to put things down. Okay, so I'm just getting my finger in just here, just curving those, just curving the spine there. Right, now we can start popping on some red tape. Grabbing my Tim Holtz, these are reserved for using with this, and to clean the blades, I use the rubbing alcohol. I hadn't done it for a few years, and I did have a video out on my channel just cleaning those scissors. So right, so I'm just going to pop my red tape on here. So why am I using red tape? I wouldn't use this on cardstock because I don't need to, but because this is a different material, I just feel like I need that extra instant stick, because when I add glue to this, it may take a while to dry. This is a different surface to the cardstock. It's still a matte finish, but it is a different surface. So I want to be able to move this album about. So the red tape is going to give me that instant stick, and I am going to add a little bit of glue over the top, which you can do as well. Some people are quite surprised you can do this. Now the reason why I'm adding a bit of glue on the top is it's there for the long term. It keeps it glued down for the long term. So I'm just going to add glue just over here, and now I'm going to try going into the corners. And I'm using the bookbinding glue. I know it's out of stock at the moment, and the minute this comes in, I'm ordering another bottle. So try not to make it go sold out again before I can get any more. And this will attach to the spine piece on the long side, and I'm going up to the score line. I'm not covering it completely, I'm just coming up to it, just butting up to it so you can just about see it. And you can even use your grid mat here to make sure you have this all straight, and then we can press that down when you're happy. So that tape is literally just grabbing it and keeping it in place whilst the glue dries. Do the same on the other side. So this goes together very similarly to how I was putting them together on Friday and in all my tutorials. So it's just a slightly different technique with the glue. Okay, there we have our cover. And this, I do like to do this, and this just goes in there perfectly like that, see? It's a lot of fun, it's a lot of fun. I just love the fact that just with this bundle that I'm using today, you can make 2 different types of mini albums with different bindings. It's really cool. Okay, so let's work on our pocket now. Hi Jacqueline, she's in the Netherlands. Yep, you can. I think Helen's saying, oh, can we line it? Can you put card or paper? Yes, you can. You can really double it up as well. But the fabric paper is very durable, but adding a little bit of cardstock on the inside or even on the outside will stop that bending as much, so it will definitely stiffen it up a bit. Actually, I do have a question for Helen. I know that I think maybe the Winter Sparkle was your first dibble dabble with my album dies. Just wondering how you're getting on with making the albums, and if you've made any and how many you've made, and another thing, whether you enjoy it or not. I'd love to know. And I know some people have been sharing things in the group as well, the Helen Griffin Paper Crafting with Helen Griffin group as well. So I love to see all of your shares over there too. So I'm just getting my bone folder and I'm really pressing down these red tape bits. That's pushing it right into the surface there. It gets rid of all of the air bubbles, and it also helps to get this backing paper off as well. More glue. Oh yes, Vicky, how are your little baby rabbits getting on? Have they grown much? I don't know, are they noisy? Okay, so I'm just going to turn this over now, and I've added glue and taken the backing off the tape onto the long side. I'm just going to slide this on so I can just about see the score line, and then press that down. And again, because I've used the tape, I can fold this straight away. There we go. Give that another fold. That does help with the glue as well. And then we can take the backings off these two. Add the glue. I do keep putting the lid on my glue because it will dry. This happened to me a few times when I was on Create and Craft, where I didn't put the thing on, and then I had a glue clog, which is not fun when you're live on TV. So I think someone had to go and run and get me another bottle of glue. So lesson learned, just fiddle with the lid. It's worth taking that time to stop the clogs. Ah, they're quiet. I bet, are they eating a ton as well? I know one of my neighbours used to knock on our front door when she had rabbits, and she used to say, could I just steal some of your dandelions? Because when the kids were little, I wasn't mowing the lawn regularly every week. It was probably every 2 or 3 weeks, so the dandelions had a chance to grow back. Now Mr. G does the lawn, so I don't have to do that. But yeah, her rabbits love the dandelions, the leaves. Right, so that's on. So let's do the belly bands. Again, more red tape. I didn't want to do too much prep here, just so that you can keep up with what I'm doing. Otherwise it's just bish bash bosh and the video's over, and it was a 10-minute demo. Okay, I think what we need to do maybe in the future is get Vicky on one of these recordings as well, and have both of us. So if you're up for that, Vicky, let me know. So I'm just going to stick these strips together. There we go. I don't think I've actually demoed this. I've always just glued it straight on in my tutorials. If you're after those tutorials, those are on the Simply Made Crafts YouTube channel. This keeps coming up because I probably added a bit too much glue, but just keep pressing it down and the red tape will do its business. So I have this open still. I haven't sealed it in a round yet. This goes over here, and then just add our glue. But I will glue this into place once it's down. There we go. Ah, she was on the telephone. Ah, I asked you a question back, Helen. What was the question? Oh yeah, whether you could add paper. Yes, you can add things on here as well. That's absolutely fine. and that will actually thicken this up and stop it being bendy. I think that answered your question. And then my question to you was, how are you getting on with your mini albums? I think it was the Winter Sparkle that you discovered them, so I'd love to know how you're getting on with that. Okay, so I would like to do some ink blending now. So let me just grab something. I'm just going to pop something up here. I need to grab my ink. There is an offer here on the Distress inks at the moment, 20% off. And I'm just going to grab the colour that I'm after. I've got Walnut Stain, and I had Vintage Photo. Here it is. Why did I put it over there? I think Walnut Stain is out of stock currently. So I'm going to use the Vintage Photo. And should I get my glass mat out? It might cause a teensy-weensy bit of glare. We'll see how it goes. Let me know if you're blinded. I think you'll be alright. You don't need your sunglasses for that. And then I'm going to use the new blending brushes. I love these. I've put VP on there for Vintage Photo. This is my favourite distressing shade, so this gets its own brush, or if you can use it with other browns, just put brown on there. And then I'm just going to ink the underside of this fabric paper because it's craft on the back, so I'm just going to ink that. I think I might have to move over to the Walnut Stain because that Vintage Photo is drying out slightly. So let's see how this goes. Oh, much better. And that is really going to bring out the folds and the creases that you have created. So again, some of this might go on the underside, so I'm going to try and keep it the best I can so it doesn't touch the underside at all. I think we're good still. I don't think brown would look good merged in with this green. So again, these inks and the oxides are also included in that 20% off. So I don't actually have all of the colours, so that might be a good opportunity for myself to stock up as well. I might just get, I did have the Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo, and I think I took it somewhere and lost it, which is what I tell my children off for, and then I go and do it myself. So yeah, right, so let's have a quick clean. So here we have, I missed a bit. I'm just going to do this bit as well because this is all going to be visible. There we go. Let's clean this off before this rubs off onto something else. I'm hoping my live streams are still okay. I'm getting people chatting mostly from Facebook. I hope you're all still awake on the YouTube if you're watching on that stream there. So just making sure I haven't missed any comments. Let's wipe that off now. Clean as you go, or otherwise you'll have a big job. Microfiber cloth. There we go. It's ready to use straight away next time now. Pop that away. I commentary on everything on what I'm doing. Right, so here we have our cover almost done. I'm just going to add a bit of glue at the back here just to glue that down. You can use this line here to make sure you have it straight. And then I'm going to set that aside. Right, so I am actually going to now show you how to make a page and add the binding, just because some of you may have missed that and are wondering how the heck do I make an album, because there'll be no use in me saying this is the album, let's pop that in. So I'm going to show you how to make a page and then how to attach the binding as well. So let's go to the medium album. Vicky's maiden name was VP. And then we'll need this as well, so I'll be needing this one. And I'm going to be using some pink cardstock. I think that's listed below as well. Just keeping an eye on things. I think we're all still good. I must have had a funny internet glitch there that wasn't related to me double streaming. I know my computer can do it, so Mr. G is he works in IT, so he built that PC for me to the right specs that I need for all this stuff. So I will ask him actually if it's time for an upgrade, but probably not. It'll be maybe just a new graphics card or something like that maybe. I definitely need more hard drive space, I know that much. Right, that's the first page going through. Actually, I would love to know what die cutting machines you guys use for your everyday, so especially the larger ones too, because I know a lot of my die sets are A4, so we'll need the larger sizes. Right, that's our first page done. So to create one pocket page, you need to die cut 2 of these. Now the great thing is about this is it has just the 2 tabs. This replaces the MIDI album, so they're both exactly the same size. This medium album die set replaces the MIDI. With the MIDI you only had the choice of a place for pocket at the top, but with this set you have the choice of different orientations and pockets wherever top or on the side. So I think there's about 4 choices to choose from. So once this pops out, we can do some trimming, and I'll tell you which ones to trim off because we are going to lose some of our tabs. Sometimes it's a lot easier just to work from a magnetic sheet. I mean, I'll put this all back in my envelope again when I'm done. Vicky, I've got a quick question for you. Did you receive this? This one was running late, a little straggler it was. Just wondering whether you actually received this. If not, I will chase that up for you. And I hope your back is feeling much better as well. I hope you're getting on with that much better this week. So Karen has the Big Shot Plus. Lynn has the Big Shot Plus. Hi Tracy. Robin has the Big Shot and the Big Shot Plus. You see, I have used the Big Shot Plus. If you remember, does anyone remember Jeanette? I know Lynn will remember Jeanette from the really early days, back in the original Craft Studio, back in the early days. Do you all remember? Or some of you will, some of you won't. Helen uses the Gemini A4. That was my first machine, my first A4 machine. We had the Big Shot Plus there, and the desk was so high, and I'm only 5'1", and you need a little bit of a bit of an arm there to kind of wrestle that, and to do it high up as well, that was a workout, especially when you're live as well, trying to crank this machine, and like the plates get warped, and yeah, that's enough to bring you out into a bit of a sweat. So right, let's grab the paper trimmer. I'm using the A5 one. Here we go. These were newly released a few months ago, and I'm going to have a side pocket in this page. Yes, we love Jeanette. If you're on Instagram and find Jeanette there, she's posting all this beautiful countryside in Northern California. Well, it's almost Northern California. It's South Lake Tahoe area. So I'm just going to trim off these long tabs here. And she does these little videos, short videos of just wandering around the forest, seeing all of the lakes, and they sometimes go camping in the summer as well. I think they've just had a whole load of snowfall as well. So definitely check them out on Instagram. Hi Olwen, she's got a question. Oh, I would love to have that stamp set back. I don't know, I'm not told when things are ordered. So it's a really lovely surprise when things come back in stock. It's a nice pleasant surprise, but that was a bestseller, so I'm presuming that is going to be on some sort of reorder list. So I now have the tabs on the top. Let's fold those over. Marilyn uses the Gemini and the Big Shot Plus. Now I actually use the Go Power and Emboss by Couture Creations. It's an absolute workhorse, but I have trouble sourcing the plates now for it, so I found somebody on eBay that sold, well, I guess they weren't dupes, but they are, but they're not. They sell all of the different cutting plates for all the different machines. Now this one is special because it has a really thick bottom plate here compared to the top plate at the top. So I actually use the bottom plate on the top. This is my cutting mat. It stays, if I regularly turn this, if it ever gets to that point where you can push that in, that means it's time to turn it. And as you can see, I love this machine because my plates stay flat, but I don't think you can buy this machine anymore, hence why sourcing the, I think they come from Australia actually, but yeah, sourcing everything for that machine is dramatic, but worth it when I find the bits. So I'm just going to pop this on just there. I do have the Sizzix, what's it called? Is it switch? Yes, Big Shot switch. I do have that. That is my backup machine. I cannot do this job without a backup because I design the dies. I'm die cutting all day, not all day every day, but I'm die cutting every day. So if I'm doing something really important and my machine goes kaplunk, I don't have an A4 machine, so I always make sure that I have a spare. Because that is what is going to happen if I have an important launch coming and I'm die cutting the day before or on the day and my machine breaks. That is the day it's going to happen, because that's the way the world works, I guess. Okay, so I now have my pocket here on the side that is going to go onto the binding. So this is the stage where you would get to choose now what binding that you're going to do. So you're going to do we're going to do this one today obviously, but this is the other binding that slots onto the medium album. So you now have the two choices, and Vicky uses a mixture of the machines, and Sonia uses the Tonic Tangerine. I have actually used that. That is pretty good. And I've also used the one at Create and Craft. I can't remember what it's called, but that one is really good as well. I am considering getting that one as my main machine. I'm seeing how I'm going with this one, but this is my absolute favourite. But yeah, that is the main thing for me, Marilyn. If I get a machine and the plates warp too much, I'm not going to use it. Basically, it's going to, I don't do things that annoy me. I'm that stubborn. I don't do things that annoy me. So if something annoys me, I'm not going to use it. So I'll just get a different machine. Okay, so I'm just going to add a bit more glue just to the inside here. There we go. And there we have our pocket page. Now these just go onto the disc. You can double it up if you want to. See how you get on with how you like this being added to the strips here. If this is too thick, it may have a bit of a hard time and may fold more going onto the binding discs. You see, at the moment I've got the flexibility because it's quite thin. This is 220 or 230 GSM. It's the new cardstock from Creative Craft Products. So yes, then I did find the Big Shot Plus plates warped quite fast. What I really don't like using a trellis dies, that absolutely messes up my plates. So I have separate plates just for trellis dies, and I find that because of most of my die cuts are large like this, they have these areas, empty areas in the middle. So if you can imagine, I'm doing all of my Simply Made Craft bits and bobs, I have similar dies to this, so they tend not to warp when I use things like that. The minute I switch to a trellis die, it's going it's like a bowl or something. So I keep a separate plate just for those trellises. I found that out on the Art Deco launch that I did a few years ago, so that's how I learned to use trellis dies on different plates. Okay, so let's pop this album now into here. And again, the medium album does come with dies for the pages, so you can mat them. And if you wanted to check out the live on the Craft Stash Facebook page from Friday, I show you how we made this beautiful, really simple acetate page too. So I've just added my binding to the acetate, and I've popped in some of the washi tape strips, added some embellishments there and popped those on. Okay, and now this is just going to pop straight on to here. There we go, and that just goes in there. And then let's line these up properly. There we go, and that is your beautiful little album with some really nice durable faux leather covers. Just going to check the time. I have about 10 minutes left, so we do have some product coming up. This is my prototype. I lost my really nice one down the side of my desk just as I went live. I was too slow to dive for it, but then you would have gone, what's going on, what's she doing? Anyway, so we have some tassel makers and some pom-pom makers coming up in a kit soon with Creative Craft Products. Now this is Vicky's pom-pom that she has made as well. You get the threads, you get the leather cords and the claspy things, and she's popped it onto a little eyelet there, so you can do the same here as well. Now I'll show you a quick sneak peek. This is what the kit comes in. I don't know when it's going to be launched. I thought it was going to be today, but it's not on the website today, and I'm still waiting for people to get back to me on this one. So this is the pom-pom and tassel making kit. So it comes in this beautiful envelope. It's very similar to the bookbinding envelope pouch thingy that my kit comes in for the bookbinding. And are you ready for this? Let me just clear the decks, because Vicky has made something very special with this. Da, 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 da. Isn't this beautiful? She has gone all out with these tassels. Look, she's done all of these beautiful colours. I absolutely love this, and she's finished it off with one of the dinky bows from the handbag collection as well, with the butterflies on there. And this says Craft Space. Isn't this phenomenal? I love this. Isn't Vicky so clever? So creative. I just love this. This must have taken you ages, Vicky. But I'm sure it was a little bit of fun as well. So let's just comb all of these. So this is what you can make with the pom-pom and tassel making kit that will be coming up shortly, hopefully. So let's move this aside. And I did say I was going to show you how to make a cover for the large album. So here is the large album. I have got bigger rings for this one because they don't actually have a cover for it to go in, so you can go for the larger rings here. These are 28mm. This is a work in progress for my sister. She went on a cruise with my mum and my niece, and the great thing about the large album is that you can fit in the medium pages and you can also fit in the small pages as well. So if I take a page from the small album, this will also fit in as well. Love this. So you can really make some interactive and interesting looking albums with this. It's fantastic. I love this. So I've made some grey board hardcover covers for this album. Now I've already filmed part 1 of this, so I just need to get my photographs off my sister so then I can start decorating it with you guys. I do have her permission to do that from. Helen's asking where the rings are from. They are from Amazon, so just make sure they're 24mm for using with the cover. And Lynn's asking how I'm only on the 28mm disc. This all depends on how thick your pages are going to be. At the moment I haven't got anything in here. These are all just flat pages, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a starter. You can get rings bigger than this as well if you want to go for something more. But if I go back to this album, you'll see here it's bulky because I've been adding dimensional things in there. So it all depends on how much how diagonal it all is. So any more questions, just let me know. I don't know how far behind I am. I'm looking at the screen on my YouTube on what you're seeing, and I'm actually quite ahead, so I'm going to check on my phone to see where you guys are, because I think I'm about 5 or 10 minutes ahead, or maybe the YouTube is 5-10 minutes slow behind. So let me have a quick look. This is all new to me, so thank you all for being so patient. Oh no, I think it might be my computer that might be a bit slow, but I'm on my phone. Yeah, and that is what I'm seeing. We're all good, guys. Right, so I said I was going to show you how to do the next piece. So we're going to take some measurements first, because off the top of my brain's not working for measurements. So normally I know in my head all of these sizes when I'm working on my own, but my processor in my head is a bit busy right now. So it's 6 3/8 by 9. I might go a smidge over 9. And I'm going to use my big Kahana paper trimmer. But you can do this with a craft knife. If you have a paper trimmer with blunt blades, will be perfect for cutting this as well. Even if it's just to make the score line. If this does manage to go through one of your paper trimmers, it may blunt your blade, but you can actually trim this down. So there's a few different ways. I would treat this as you would with grey board. That's 6 3/8 by 9. I'm actually going to get the Creative Craft Products trimmer out in a second, and I'm going to trim. Let's have a look. Here it is. Let's see how well this trims. Oh, that trims absolutely beautifully. There we go. Right, so let's get the strip run through. So this is my page, or front cover. This is how you make a faux leather front cover for your book. And then all we've got to do is just add our binding strip. So let's run that through. So this one will be needing the long strip. So I'm planning to go live again next Monday, hopefully with something mini album related as well. Marilyn's asking, can I make different sizes with the bundle? Yes, you can. With the, it will only be the option here with the small. I'm just trying to find the album here. There we go. So with the cover, you can trim this down for the small album, but you will need the small album to pop in there. So if you are brand new, I would just go for one of the bundles with one of the albums, and then you can build your collection with different sizes from there. There we go. And again, keep all of your little offcuts, because you can actually use this to make the tassels with as well, so it matches your album perfectly, but that will be for another tutorial. So let's pop this out. There we go. There is another bundle actually, but that bundle will also include more of the strips, so it's not a bad thing having extra dies for the strips, because then you can run multiples through at the same time then if you have more of the dies. So we have the large bundle that comes with the large album, and then we have the bundle with the medium, and I think there's one other bundle. I'm gonna have a quick look. Yes, there is a bundle there with the smaller album, but that album is actually the mini portrait, which is exactly the same size as the small album. Now that one doesn't come with its own binding, so you can only make the disc bound binding with that bundle. So that has been paired inside that bundle, because there is literally 0 point in having that on its own. Well, I think it is still on its own, but the small binding and the large binding has sold out now. All of the albums, all the newer albums now come with its own binding, so we just have that die set left from the original collection. So it made sense to bundle that up with this binding, and then you can actually make something with it, especially if you didn't manage to get hold of the small binding that has now sold out. So I'm just going to add some more glue. So I've added my tape on the tab side, and there is a score line there, so you can use that to guide you when you pop your page on. But you don't need to fold that score line. That score line is there literally just for guidance, just to help you get everything lined up and straight and in the right place. There we go, there is our front cover. Press that down. There we go, and don't forget, if you're on YouTube, everything is itemized and listed in the description box that I've used today, and also the rest of the collection. And on Facebook I have left a link there just to the whole collection as a whole. And don't forget, if you buy any of the bundles, you get a pack of the free fabric papers that is added at checkout. So when you click checkout, a box will pop up and then you can choose the colour. And that is a faux leather fabric paper front cover. I would definitely have on the back there a grey board, but this tutorial is coming up now. I just need to edit it and get that out. And then on the front you can have your faux leather front cover, nice and durable. There we go. I did make my grey board slightly bigger. This is a manual cut, so that's why that's sticking out, but we can quite easily take this off. There we go, and then pop this on. So again, if you love your planners, your memory planners as well, it's going to be absolutely perfect for you, making things from scratch and making things exactly how you want them. And there we go, and that turns beautifully with all of those pages as well. So what I have just showed you here, you can do with the medium and also the small as well. So the cover I've just created here, you can do it with all of those, and the same with this as well. You can create a small version of this just by trimming down on the packaging. I'll give you the measurement actually. It says trim them down to 4 3/4, and you also get the mat. Once you have trimmed that down, you get the mat in there as well for the small album. It's a stitched mat as well, so that will fit there. So it's just one cut and you have everything else you need there to create 2 different albums. So I absolutely love this collection. This is just the beginning, so I have loads more ideas and tutorials in my head ready to come out. I've already got a couple on the go as well from my filming too, so this one here is going to be a work in progress. My sister went on her cruise. She just got back. The wind and the weather was absolutely dreadful on the way home, on the way back through the Bay of Biscay. So I think it was like 15-meter waves, 10-meter swells, 50-60 kilometer winds or mile per hour winds. It was pretty hideous. So I'm waiting for the in-person accounts from all that went to hear what they have to say, because I'm sure each person's account would have been slightly different on what they experienced. So it'll be really interesting to see what they say, and I will talk about the things that they've said whilst we decorate this together. So these ones will be an actual video, these won't be live, so I'll be doing something different next week with the lives. Let's see what my notes are. I'm actually looking at my notes now on what I have planned. I am open to suggestions on what to do in these lives as well. I do have the Alice papers. Let's fish those out. I do have the Alice papers. Where have I put them? They are behind me somewhere. Here they are. These are stunning. Anyone remembers the Alice in Teal books that I did? I can actually reach them. It's down low enough for me to reach. There we go. This is my original from the Alice in Teal. This is the large album. Now this was a live tutorial, I think, so that is on the Helen Griffin channel. I absolutely loved this, and I made it in the large and the small. However, the medium album was out of stock, and now they're both out of stock, so you can't get the Alice in Teal anymore. But we do have some Alice in Wonderland goodies from Creative Craft Products, so I'll probably be doing this with the medium album. Whether it's going to be disc bound or not, I don't know, because I kind of want it to match with this. So we do have fabric paper with the gold now as well, so I will probably do a matching one in the medium with the normal binding. So we have stamps here, we have ephemera, so no more fussy cutting. I had to do a lot of fussy cutting for the Alice in Teal one. And we have here some toppers as well. So this is going to be great for adding embellishments and adding onto pockets, and also birthday cards as well. Then we have 12 sheets. I am going to order another pack of these because I want lots of different paper options. And then we have the A5 sticker sheets as well. So this has done really well. This has been quite popular, so I really need to get this done before it sells out. So that's probably going to be next week. So on Monday next week at 12:30, then definitely join in, and I'll have everything ready for that live as well. So Helen's asking, would you do an album from start to finish with different ways to decorate different pockets? I think that's going to be a video for each orientation. So I could do a video for, say, the small album on its side with the pocket at the top or a pocket at the bottom. So that would be 3 videos. And then the same orientation here as well. So this side, pocket on that side, on a pocket on that side, and then you get to choose where you want the binding as well. So that would be 1 video as well. So I'm thinking that would be about 3 videos worth, where I'll make each album from scratch and show you which tabs to trim off and to make each style of pocket, basically, because it can get confusing. I do get that. So sometimes you do really have to think before you go on that paper trimmer, before you trim something off. So so yes, I hope you really like that Alice papers. I really want to get that put into an album as well. So yes, we'll be doing the grey board hardcovers too. So oh, something's just arrived in the post. Mr. G's just popped something up. I don't know, is this work related? I don't know. No, I don't think it is. Anyway, I'll open that one. Yeah, I was waiting for this stamp set to arrive on Friday, and I said bring up any post, but I think we're good now. So this did actually arrive about an hour after I went live, but the important thing is I have it now. So yeah, so I'm waffling on now, so I'm going to go and have some lunch. I've just gone just over an hour. I am going to see if I can try and fix this live streaming thing. I think I would like to have you notified and have a link preset on social media for you to just click on, but I may just appear next time. This might be the easiest way. Instead of me trying to schedule something in, I'm just going to go live and let everyone know beforehand that I'm going live. But I do like the time slot here of the Monday lunchtime, so if you're up for that, then I will do that every single Monday, apart from bank holidays and things like that. So I know we've got the Easter Monday coming up. So thank you all for joining me today. I hope you all have a nice lunch or dinner or whatever time that you're at. So yeah, it's Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now.